Yo, what's up guys? I just made this video right here.
If you dropped an ant from the top of a skyscraper, you might expect it to get crushed the moment it hit the ground, but it would probably just land, stand back up, and walk away. This is because an ant is so light that air resistance slows it down almost immediately. It can never build up the same deadly falling speed as a human, and thanks to its tiny body and strong exoskeleton, the force of—
And it only took me around 30 minutes to create. And in today's video, I want to show you exactly how you can make these cool 2D explainer style videos yourself. But before we get into that, let me show you one of my YouTube Shorts channels first. As you can see, right here I have a channel that I blew up. It's almost at 50,000 subscribers already, and short form content is at an all-time peak right now, which is exactly why it's the perfect time to start with shorts, and I also think it's never been easier to go viral. Now, I found this channel on YouTube with over 200,000 subscribers posting these 2D style animations. They are really simple, but look super cool and engaging. This creator is mostly focused on sports and especially football related content. He basically comes up with an interesting idea or concept and turns it into a cool 2D explainer style video. And yeah, if you check out the channel, you can see that he is getting millions of views with these videos. Most people think they are difficult to create, which is exactly why there is still very little competition in this niche. But in reality, they are much easier to make than you might think. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can create videos like these yourself in less than 30 minutes. My idea was to replicate his style, but apply it to animals. More specifically, interesting animal facts. And we are going to let AI handle most of the work for us. The very first step is connecting Higgsfield AI to Claude. To do that, head over to Higgsfield AI. In my opinion, it's by far one of the best AI tools. From there, click on MCP, select Claude and copy the MCP link. Then go back to Claude, click on Customize, open connectors and select Add Custom Connector. Paste in the link, name it Higgsfield and click Add and Connect. And just like that, Claude is connected to Higgsfield. Now when we open a new chat, you can see that Higgsfield is active, which means Claude can start generating directly inside Higgsfield for us. Next up, I'm going to ask Claude to give me 10 ideas for short form explainer videos about animals in extreme situations. Okay, we got some pretty cool ideas. Let's take a look. The first one is about an ant being dropped from a rooftop. Basically, what would happen if you dropped an ant from the top of a skyscraper? That's a pretty interesting concept. Here we have another one. What happens if an alligator gets frozen in a pond? That could also work really well. Yeah, but I think we will just go with idea number one. I really like the concept. Just open a new Claude chat. I have already put together a full master prompt for this exact workflow, and I will leave the link to it in the description. All you have to do is copy and paste it in, and it works with basically any idea you want to turn into a video. I'm also pasting in a few reference screenshots from the original channel I showed you earlier, so Claude understands the visual style I'm going for. Now I will simply give it the idea. What would happen if you dropped an ant from the top of a skyscraper? Then I will just hit send. And just like that, Claude starts generating 8 different scenes for the video, starting with the images. And it's creating all of them in Higgsfield for us. The first one right here is going to be our opening scene. A big hand dropping a tiny ant off a rooftop. Then we have the ant landing on the ground, followed by a shot of it standing back up. After that, there is a floating image of an ant. I'm not exactly sure how that one will turn out, but we will see what happens when Claude starts generating the video. Then we have a close-up of the ant, followed by an image of the ant with a spring. Now Claude's asking if this all looks good. And honestly, it does. So let's create the videos. I just need to tell Claude to go ahead and start generating the clips. While that's processing, we can head over to Higgsfield. If we open the image tab, we can already see all of the images Claude just created right here in our image folder. We didn't even have to touch Higgsfield ourselves. Claude did all of that through the MCP. And now it's generating the videos too, using those images as reference for every clip. Let's check out what we got. Okay, in the first video the ant's getting dropped. I think the video is a little too short and the drop feels a bit too slow, so we will probably redo that one. Next clip, this one actually looks solid. The ant landing on the ground, nice and rough. Then the ant just casually walks away like nothing happened, also good. When we put these scenes together, this will look really clean. Here's the ant flying through the air, a little slow, but usable. And here's the comparison shot with a human falling. We will probably redo this one too, since the fall feels too slow. Here we have a close-up of the ant and the impact getting absorbed. That looks good. So now I will just redo a couple of these scenes until everything is dialed in. You will have to do that sometimes, but it's simple. Just tell Claude which scene to redo and what exactly needs to change. For example, I'm telling Claude that in the first scene, the ant should fall faster while slightly spinning through the air. The original clip was also too short, so I want the clip to be a little longer. For the scene where the human falls past the ant, I want the person to be fully dressed and fall much faster to better emphasize the effect of gravity. And yeah, you can simply go through each scene you want to remake, one by one, and describe the exact improvements you want Claude to make. I paste in my changes and Claude analyzes them and reworks the scenes. While the videos are generating, we can head over to Higgsfield and open the video tab. All of the generated clips will appear here and you can simply download them directly from this page. Claude's now generating the scenes I flagged. For example, making the first one longer. Let's see the result. Yeah, that's way better, definitely usable. The human falling clip also came back way better this time, definitely usable now. At this point, pretty much every scene is locked in. So now that everything's finished, head back to the video section in Higgsfield and download all of the clips we are going to use. If you want to try Higgsfield yourself, the link is in the description. Next, we go back to Claude and ask it to give us the full video script. And here it is. The script broken down scene by scene. Scene 1 covers if you dropped an ant from the top of a skyscraper. Scene 2 covers you might expect it to get crushed the moment it hit the ground. And so on. We will use this later to line everything up in the editor. Now let's ask Claude for just a raw voiceover text so we can generate the audio. Then copy it. Head over to 11 Labs, paste in the script, pick a voice that fits and generate. Download the voiceover and now we can start putting the whole thing together in the editor. Open your video editor, import the voiceover first and go through cutting out every small pause so the pacing stays tight and fast. Okay, now your voiceover should look something like that. And now you can drag in all the scenes and start lining them up against the voiceover, cutting each clip so it matches its exact line. Just go line by line, dropping in each scene until the entire script is covered. So scene number 1 for sentence 1, scene number 2 for sentence 2, and so on. With that, all the scenes are placed and the core structure of the video is already done. But there is still a bit left. Sound effects, background music, and some final polishing. But even at this stage, it already looks really solid. Now it's just a matter of grabbing sound effects on YouTube, a whoosh for the drop, an impact sound for the landing, and whatever fits each moment of the video. For example, when the human flies past, we can add some kind of scream sound effect to make the moment feel more intense. I also threw in a couple of small transitions too, and yeah, that's basically the whole edit. The last thing is background music. Something light, explainer style, and just like that, the video is done. Now all we need to add are subtitles. Generate them, pick a clean font, and that's it. Our video is finished. The whole thing took only around 25 to 30 minutes. If you want to make videos like this yourself and start your own YouTube channel, you can honestly take it into any direction you want. Get creative and try it on completely different topics like, for example, space. Yeah, and definitely check out Higgsfield. With the MCP, there's so much you can do. It makes creating videos like these much faster and easier. And I mean, I will show you the final result in a second, so the result will speak for itself. I also have a private community where you can get direct access to me, and I personally help you grow your YouTube channel. But now, let's check out the final result.
If you dropped an ant from the top of a skyscraper, you might expect it to get crushed the moment it hit the ground, but it would probably just land, stand back up, and walk away. This is because an ant is so light that air resistance slows it down almost immediately. It can never build up the same deadly falling speed as a human, and thanks to its tiny body and strong exoskeleton, the force of the impact spreads across its entire body, making even a fall from hundreds of meters surprisingly harmless.